I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact, give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this, I'ma steal everybody's lane.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, the Lions of Pride, the one, back with another video. Today we're covering Street Fighter's Duel, and in this video we're going to be looking at a tier list that I made. So this tier list is based on my personal experiences in the game and other players that I've spoken to in the Discord. So yeah, so just know that, guys, this is based on my opinions and also based on a couple other people who I asked their thoughts on characters. So yeah, before we look at the tier list and the reasons why I place characters in their certain positions, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It really helps me out. So yeah, let's begin. All right, so this tier list only has A+ characters, A grade characters. I'm not looking at any B tiers or lower. And it also has some of the fashion characters. So let's begin. So in D tier, I think I have a list, or not a list, I have some notes. So in D tier, I have what's his name, Dudley there. So basically I have Dudley there because he's basically, compared to everyone else, he's just not as good. He doesn't deal as much, he doesn't deal much damage. His passive is difficult to use because it requires him to dodge and attack for it to trigger, and when it does activate, it does good damage, but it's just not reliable. So basically his passive is what lets him down, you know. Next, I've got DJ. So DJ, this guy is a tank character, but like he doesn't really protect his team. So pretty much, other than like a small stun, he doesn't really protect the allies. Like, he can take a hit, he can take some damage, but like not being able to keep the team alive defeats the purpose of being a tank. So that's why I put him in D tier. And Fei Long, I also have him in D tier because he has decent skills, but his passive is heavily reliant on pairing him with only flame faction units, and his other skills rely on inflicting burning, which takes away from his direct damage, and like he's just not as good. That's why I have him in D tier. Then in C tier, to be quick, Blanca. The regular Blanca is a massive letdown. Like, when I got him, I thought he would be sick, but like he's just not good. He needs a buff or something, because like he's just not good enough. He does inflict shocking and does have thunder damage, and he does have an ability where he does counterattack, but the damage that he's releasing just isn't good enough. And same thing with Yoon, the damage that he's dealing isn't really good enough. And this chick here, I saw her passive isn't really good, that's why she's here. Same thing for him, and the rest of these guys, really just not good enough. We'll go to B tier, Chun-Li. Now Chun-Li, you can get her by making a purchase of just purchasing anything, and you can get one copy of her. She is really good. Now she's B tier just because everyone else in A tier and S tier just do way more damage and are way more useful, because like this tier list is based on story progression and arena. So yeah, so pretty much she's a really good carry. So if you're ever starting the game and you just make like a $1 purchase, Chun-Li will carry you throughout, not even throughout the entire game, but like she is so useful. And just some notes that I have on Chun-Li is she has good AoE damage, and her AoE super combo has a chance of reducing damage resist, and her passive gives her 100 to her super every time she crits with her skills. So every time she crits with her skills, she's gonna get 100 added to her super combo or bar or whatever. So it can help her, you know, constantly spam that her super combo, which is the damage resist, which is the reducing the damage resist. And she does really good damage. And what I like about her skill is that she pushes back all the enemies back. And yeah, it's really good for like moving them away, because in this game you don't want the enemy to push you into the corner, because once they have you in the corner, you know, they'll be interrupting you and you won't be able to activate any of your skills because you're in the corner. So having skills that are able to push you back is really handy. So that's why. So she's in B tier though. Next we have Hugo. Hugo's a decent tank, but like compared to all the other tanks, he's just not good enough. He has an AoE that he has a decent AoE, but like nothing impressive there. Same for T-Hawk. We have Guy here, and we have this dude here, Adon. Now he does bleed. He's a single target. He does bleed. It's just not, the damage numbers from him just aren't good enough. Combat Guile. Now he does have nice thunder damage, and he does inflict shock, I believe, but like the damage, I've been using him, I don't know what it is, his damage just isn't good enough. For both of them. I know this one, I'm pretty sure this one, the regular guy does have can reduce defense, unlike this one. But this one, the regular guy is slightly better, I'll give you that. But like both of them are equally as just decent. Nothing amazing, they're not too bad, they're just decent. Same for Guy and T-Hawk, they're just nothing amazing, like they're not trash either, so that's why they're in B tier. And same for Charming Dudley. All right, so next we have A tier. Now so we have T Honda. Now I'm using him currently. This guy is really good. So firstly he has a stun. He has a stun where, look at my notes here. Yeah, the main way he protects his allies is by his super, which grants damage. The main way he protects his allies is by his super, which grants damage sharing for the entire team, which basically redirects 30% of the damage that his allies receive. He takes that onto himself. And on top of that, Honda can also stun enemies with his skill 1, giving him the ability to control enemies on top of hurting them, and his skill 3 inflicts heavy damage to a single enemy while also creating a bullet wall that blocks the 8 next projectile attacks. So basically he is really good for me. He's really good for interrupting the enemy. Like if my enemy is about to activate their super combo or a skill or whatever, before they activate it, he stuns them, preventing them from activating skills or their super combo, and you know, he pushes them back a bit. And obviously, like I said, he's able to also if you use his super, if you use his super, his skill 3, he's able to bring up a bullet wall that blocks the 8 next projectile. So long range units that like hit from afar, he'd be able to put up a wall and block 8 of their attacks. Pretty much, he's solid. And Zangief, butchering that. I'm definitely butchering that, but he, honestly, I was having a debate in the Discord with between El Honda or oops. It was really hard to decide because I have both of them. Which one of them is better? But in my opinion, I definitely feel El Honda is definitely better. I'm even slightly tempted to drop Zangle. It's actually getting on my nerves. I can't pronounce his name. 2 seconds. Let me get this right. His name is Zanglef. I just call him Zang. Fuck it, Zang. So I'm even gonna move Zang down to B, just because I feel like he's just not as good as El Honda. Like the interruptions that he brings is just way good. Like Zanglef does have like that like, what's it called, armor, or perfect armor, where like he can't take any damage, and he's able to increase his defense or whatever. But it's just like he definitely has, yeah, with Zanglef, if you want a tank that just survives, Zanglef is your guy, and he'd probably be in A tier. But the problem with that is that you need a tank that can not just stay there and take a hit. You need a tank that can protect your team. So him just taking damage, like I said with what's his name? Was it Dudley or someone? I said it earlier. Like a good tank's role in this game is someone who can protect your other allies, so that they can deal the main damage. So he doesn't really have any stuns or effects like that can stop the enemy from doing stuff like that. Unlike El Honda, who with Honda he can take hits, plus he can also stun, and that stun is really, really, really good, and that's what makes a difference on why I'm even making that change right now. El Honda is in A tier. Now Poison is really, 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 really good, and at the start of the game people weren't really feeling her, but in my real guide I told you guys that you should pull for her, because her skills are just really good. So basically what she can do is she's AoE, and what she does is she deals thunder damage and shock. So basically she'll do her main skill doing thunder damage, shock, or whatever, and her last skill will shock the enemy. Sorry, her third skill, or skill 2, sorry, will shock the enemy, and the shock will stun you, and you won't be able to move for 2 minutes. Sorry, for 2 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds, and with that you can take out your enemies. And she also has a added effect where if she's against male enemies, she adds like 30% pressure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's 30% pressure was the added effect. So I think she pushes the enemies back as well if they're male. So that's just an automatic debuff on all male units. And if you look at the tier list, guys, majority of these characters are male. So next we have Fashion Blanca. Now he is not out yet. To use him, you need to log in for, like, I'm pretty sure for the first month of the game, and you get him. Now he's way, way, way better than regular Blanca. Basically he's a burn god. So basically he's able to inflict lots of burning effects. Plus he's also able to do wildfire, which increases the burning damage that he deals based on his attack, and it can stack. So he is really, really good. He's really, really good. I'll make a video whenever I get him, showcasing him. Fashion Sakura. Now I'm not so sure. I haven't tried her or looked at her skills really. But based on what I've heard from other players in my guild and whatnot, she's a solid A tier character. But feel free to let me know down below what you think. She's the only one I'm unsure of that, like, other people were like, yo, you need to put her in A tier. Next we have Viper. Now Viper, she's able to do good AoE damage, and she's able to inflict burning. She's able to inflict shock, and what else can she do? Pretty much She's able to do detonates. So passive grants, and also her passive grants her a stack of armor every time she uses a skill or super, and the armor energy. With each stack of armor energy, she increases her damage and effect accuracy up to 5% per stack, up to a maximum of 25%, which makes it easier for her to inflict burning. Yeah, and her skill 3, like I said earlier, can inflict thunder damage and flame damage, and also inflict shock and burning. So she's doing so many CC. She's doing so much CC, and like doing so much like I said, she's doing so much CC damage with the thunder and the flame. And she's also a really good AoE unit. And obviously when better flame units, like not even better flame units, like just imagine you can pair her up with Fashion Blanca when he comes out. Like she's gonna be really good. Next we have Makoto. Now I haven't really used her, but I've seen some of her skills and she's a solid tank. Solid. I've heard some good things about her, so she's an A tier. The bald dude, what's his name? Oops. 2 seconds. Let me zoom in so we can get his name. So I'm not gonna butcher this. I refuse to butcher this. All right. So next we got Dalsim. Dude, that's how it's pronounced. Now this guy is really good with his burning effects, and he's super. He's able to throw like a massive fireball. He's really good, and he literally has so much dot damage. Like he's gonna inflict burning on all your units, and they're just gonna be losing damage over time. And he can also meditate as well. And I'm pretty sure he can increase his accuracy and attack. Accuracy and crit rate. I'm not sure, but he can also do that. So he's a very solid unit, and he's really annoying in arena. Next, in S tier, we have the boy, the GOAT, the one above all in the game right now, M. Bison. This guy is the best character in the game right now. Pretty much I'll break most of it down. I'll break some of his skills down. Basically, his mechanic is whenever he dies and you have another ally on that's still alive, that's not him, he comes back to alive with 40% health, and he comes back with a buff, and he deals a lot of damage. And I'm pretty sure he can also deal AoE damage like instantly. Just his passive alone does AoE damage, and he can also do lifesteal damage. He's really very good, and he's worth buying, and I'm going to be purchasing that pack later to get him guaranteed. So yeah, and next we have Gen. What he does is he's able to his gimmick is that basically when in battle he's able to switch between 2 fighting styles, the Crane and the Mantis, and each different fighting stance has different skills. Both are equally as busted and do a lot of damage, and he's also able to at the start of the battle he's able to summon a mirror of himself, and that mirror of himself can also use his skills and basic attacks on top of him. Jury, I'm pretty sure, what does Jury do? I'm not so sure on Jury. I'm pretty sure she oh yeah, I think she's immune to like control effects and stuff like that. And she can she's a support character basically. She's able to like take attacks. I think pretty sure she can steal attack and steal HP. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But she's very good from what I've heard. She's very good. And my Ryu, now what my Ryu can do is basically he weakens the enemy. He's able to do like a Hadouken every time once his HP falls below 50%, he deals a Hadouken. Once it falls below 30%, he does another Hadouken. And his regular super does so much damage. He weakens the enemy. And he can pierce through shields, dispel shields. Like, the dude is a monster. So he's S tier. We have Rose. I'm not so sure what she does, but from what I've heard, she's also very strong. Next we have Elaine. So now she is the best healer in the game. She is by far the best healer in the game. I will make a video on her eventually, on why she's the best healer in the game. But she is just busted. Not to mention, she also has buffs where she's able to increase defense, increase attack. She is solid for that tag. For that tag position in your team, she is perfect. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much my tier list. Let me know what you think of it down below. I think I was fair. And obviously, the characters that I haven't personally used, that I've just heard good things about, I told you guys. So this tier list is up for change. Obviously, we're only 3 days in. I'll make more changes, and I'll make some updates to this tier list later on when we find out more about other units and stuff like that. So leave a like if you enjoyed, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video with your friends, and don't forget, stay shining.